I've got 2 competitions left now in Germany for the 2018 competition season, and whilst those competitions for me are super important, I'm also starting to think about my routines for next year. And there's 3 big skills I really want to add into my routines. One of those is on the Pommel Horse, it's the Sohn element. One of those is on the parallel bar, so the front uprise Diamadov element. And one is on the high bar, one of my favourite skills, the Cassina. So it's the Kovac full twist, but in a straight position. And I want to give you guys a little bit of an insight into how that process of designing routines for the next year starts. November for me is all going to be about getting those new skills back and getting those 51 skills back over all of the apparatus. So today we're going to start, it's going to be the first stages, very basic, but I'm looking forward to it and starting something new. It's been a long time since I've been able to do this. So the Sohn on pommel, it's a skill I did when I was younger, a long time ago. It's also very similar to the Gatson on parallel bars, which is the full turn on one arm, and that's the same arm I'll do this skill on. So the theory goes that hopefully I'm going to pick it up quite quickly, but it takes a lot of wrist flexibility, so for the very start I'm just literally going to be getting my wrist ready for that movement. But it's a great skill. It's one move and you get an E element. So some of the other ways I could get that difficulty requires a lot more endurance and a lot more circles. So it's a really good move and hopefully I can get that into my routine. It's going to make things a little bit easier for me. My wrists aren't too well adapted to this skill. When I was younger I fractured that wrist and didn't really heal properly, so it gets pretty sore trying this element. Obviously I'm a lot heavier than I was when I was 15, so there's a lot more force going through that joint. Just like that. As much as you have like muscle adaptation, you have joint adaptation as well, you know. It's a thing. It's like doing a movement like that, it's just not done. It just doesn't like it. Yeah, it just takes some time. I'm excited to like really crack on with it. I think I'll get it pretty quickly, like come November. It's just such a valuable skill, man. It's so easy. In terms of endurance work, you know, just one skill for a knee. To do the equivalent, you know, you got to do woo, triple in the middle. That's a lot less work. Just going like that. That's better. So very early stages, and also like I'm competing tomorrow in Germany, so it's interesting to point out that like, although I've got big competitions coming up, I'm already thinking about next year. I'm thinking about the next competitions. The sport is like super complicated and everything evolves all the time, so you've got to be ready for that next step. So I'm just prepping November, where I'm going to spend that time doing all of these skills. I'm just prepping that already, you know. So I've already got a little bit of a head start going into November. So the skill on parallel bars is the front uprise Diamadov. Now this one has been a long time coming, so for the past 12 months I've not been able to do any skills really in upper arms because of the tear in my shoulder. I'm finally at a point where I'm pain free. I can just about do all of the conditioning exercises I would be happy with to then go on to actually trying the skill. So today I'm just doing some conditioning, just the practicing the front rise, which is the preparation for the actual skill. Sergey's off at the World Championships with Andy as well, so I can't have anyone support me for the next couple of weeks. So it's just those really early stages, and then when Sergey's back, we'll start doing the skill again. Probably even 5-6 weeks ago I was still getting pain doing exercises like that. It's really hard, it's really frustrating not being able to do a skill, you know, for a whole year really, and having to be super patient and just build up really slowly, like painstakingly slow. But we're there now, which is exciting. It's going to add a lot of value to my routine, this skill, because if you get the first one, then there's another couple of skills you can get out of it, and it will really add the difficulty to my routine on parallel bars. Such a simple movement, but I can't explain how good it feels to be pain-free doing that. A lot of you guys have asked in the comments about the Gatson skill. I still want to do it. It's one of my favourite skills in gymnastics, but right now it just really doesn't give me enough value. So it only gets me 0.1 on my routine, whereas these upper arm skills pretty much get me 0.2 at a time. So that's the priority right now, but I do want to do that skill in the future, for sure.
Right now, there's 15% off all our stunning tiles and flooring, on top of existing offers. Terms apply.
Then grab a big flavour wrap from McDonald's, like the new extra hot fiery buffalo chicken one, crisp lettuce, pepper jack cheese, succulent crispy or grilled chicken, and spicy buffalo sauce in a soft toasted tortilla.
So on that one I just added a little twist of the feet at the end, and that's ready for when I push off that second arm. I'll do a full turn back to handstand. But that's it, I'll take that as the first session, and we're going to go on high bar, get working on those Cassinas. So the Cassina on high bar for me has been, it's been a big skill. It's been something I've wanted to do, I've always wanted to do. I have competed it. I competed it back in 2015. But since then, just with injuries and stuff, I really struggled to be able to even train it. But I know I'm going to need this skill. It's really important for me. If I want to challenge to get on the GB teams in the future, challenge for high bar medals, this is a skill I'm going to need for my difficulty. So I'm really focusing on it this winter period. First stages just on the shiny bar, just practicing the action. It requires an awful lot more force to do a Cassina than it does just a Kovac, which is the tuck double somersault, or a Kovac full, which is the tuck with a full turn. You need to bend that bar so much more. So I practice my actions on here, and I'm going to go over to trampoline and practice just the movement in the air, so actually off my stomach, doing the full twist and pretend like I catch the bar. It's just to get the movement in the air, kind of ticking over, because it's been a long time since I've done it. I'm going to be a bit rusty, and in the next few weeks, even with Sergey away, I can still start this skill, so I'll start doing a little bit next week, so November I can really hit it hard and basically just rack out the numbers and try and get it consistent before the start of the year. That's going to be the target. Do you know what? I think it's worth having a little conversation about the Lukin journey. So, similar to the Gatson on P.Bars, the Lukin right now, it's just not as beneficial to my routine as the Cassina. So I've by no means stopped doing it. It is my favourite skill in gymnastics to watch. But we're just going down a little bit of a different avenue really. Trying to get that difficulty up first, and then we might look again at doing the Lukin, but for now it's been put on the back burner. But for sure, that story is to be continued. I will catch that skill before I'm done.
Come on. Wait. Good girl. Oh, good save. Well done. Come on. Big strong kick. Nice. Good girl. Come on, strong. Well done, Grace. Come on, tight leg. Chest in. Keep your legs straight now.
So that's it today. One thing I'm really focusing on is at the bottom of the swing for the Cassina is really kicking over that left shoulder with my legs to get to almost initiate the twist at first, which is something I really don't try to do when my legs are in the top position, because it's much easier to rotate. But on the Cassina, because for a gymnast I've got almost a short torso and longer legs, it's hard for me to rotate, so I really have to exaggerate that kick. So that's what I've been working on Shiny Bar today. See, like doing that there, it's really slow coming around on the second half. Just got to speed that up, make sure I get round quicker. Nearly losing the skin on my face, scraping it. Job's a good one. So that was the very beginning of learning, almost the process of learning new skills and designing routines for next year. So although I've still got 2 months of 2018 left, I'm already thinking about 2019 and that competition season. So it was a good session. Tomorrow I'm out to Germany competing again, so I'm gonna get some good rest tonight. But I'm excited to be doing new things again. Like I said earlier, it's been a long time coming, and yeah, I'm super grateful to be in the position that I'm in right now.